Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our show, Reinvent with Accenture, the Consulting Mindset series. I'm your host, Zuili Patil. If you're new here, this show will give you a clear, deeper view into the world of consulting. We've curated this 5 part series to cover various topics such as what consultants really do, how the profession is constantly evolving, what makes a new age consultant, how to make a great career in consulting, and much more. So, if you're looking for a practical intro into the field, you're in the right place. We kicked off episode 1 by breaking down what is consulting. Today, building on that, we have another big question. What qualities make a consultant stand out in the future marketplace? And to help us unpack that, we have someone who lives by this every single day. Let me introduce you to our guest, Mr. Ankit Arora, Senior Manager at Accenture Song. Welcome to the show, Ankit.
Happy to be here, Zoili.
Let's dive right in, Ankit. Everyone keeps throwing around this term, new age consultants. When you hear about this phrase, what comes to your mind?
Think of it being like an architect of solutions. You have to understand what the client needs, work on the strategy, design the experience, and then work with technology to get the solution delivered.
Oh, I really like the term architect of solutions because it implies that consultants don't just advise, but they do the designing of how businesses function.
And new age consulting leads with people and experience, unlocking business value as an outcome. This is what we call our life centric approach. Customers aren't just people who buy your products, they are complex individuals where now, especially, technology is playing a significant part in their lives on day to day basis. Traditional consulting often stopped at recommendations. It delivered a promise of value. There is nothing wrong with it, but it's like writing a movie script and then handing it off to the client. Whereas new age consulting, we don't just hand over the script to the client. We stay back, we work on the screenplay, and we direct that blockbuster.
Oh, that's an interesting state. So, let's say someone listening today is just starting off. What would be your best advice for them to becoming this new age consultant?
Get comfortable with not having all the answers. It's part of the job. Once you can admit that you don't have all the answers, that's when you can start working on finding them. So, my biggest piece of advice for consultants: master strategic shamelessness, because it helps you dig deeper into the client problem and get you the clarity you need to be able to deliver the right solution.
Oh, something really caught my ear in your previous statement. What is strategic shamelessness?
This ask questions. If you're not clear about something, do not be pressured into thinking or becoming the smartest person in the room. Be openly curious. It helps you get clarity. Second, it creates a collaborative environment with the client that is just far more conducive to get to the right solutions. That's how you stay relevant.
Right. I think that's a great point because we often feel like we have to have all the answers, but asking all the questions just takes you closer to the heart of the problem. And ultimately, I feel it makes easier for the consultants to then work more efficiently with more clarity. Let's get back to the basics, Ankit. When it comes to reinvention, what comes to your mind?
For me, reinvention is not an outcome, it's a skill. It's the ability to evolve as fast as the world around us does. If you think about it, lots of organizations still they operate in a very rigid, predictable way.
Agreed. Reinvention as a skill and not just as an outcome. I think that's a key takeaway worth remembering. Thank you so much, Ankit, for your time and for sharing your valuable ideas with us.
Pleasure.
And for those listening, if you're wondering how to build that mindset and apply it in reality, that's exactly what we'll explore next. In episode 3, we'll break down what it really takes to make new age consultants, how to build the right skills, apply them to your job, and keep reinventing as the world changes. Thank you so much for listening. See you in the next episode.